pixelated night where joy ignites, our spirits take flight. In Stardew Valley we plant our seeds, farming for love, fulfilling our needs. With every harvest the joy overflows. In the glow of the screen our friendship grows. Welcome to Big Dave's Gaming Adventures, where the seasons change like our wildest ventures. With laughter and cheers, we blaze through the dark. In this festive realm, we ignite the spark. Now we soar high in the flight simulator skies, chasing horizons where the eagle flies. Through the clouds we dance like stars in the night. From the depths of despair we emerge into light. Every turn we take, it's a journey we share, like holiday lights that twinkle with flair. Welcome to Big Dave's Gaming Adventures, where the seasons change like our wildest ventures. With laughter and cheers, we blaze through the dark. In this festive realm, we ignite the spark. Colonizing Mars, its station is domain, building our dreams, enduring the pain. With every brick laid, a fortress of hope.
And welcome in everyone. Hello, hello. Hope you are all having a beautiful Thursday. It's kind of stormy here today, so not great weather here today, but welcome in Mayhem and Victus and Nancy. Know that we're all sending you our love, Miss Nancy. Hope you and Victus are safe on the road today. Please,
Dave's
please.
not here, man.
Hey, Mayhem, thanks for that one. Please know we are all thinking of you, Victus, you and Nancy. As Mayhem just said, roll safe and just be safe on the highway today, because I know there's lots of storms around the continent. And Jamie, welcome in. Good afternoon, my friend. I hope you're having a good one. Okay. So today, we are trying the Ship Graveyard Simulator 3 playtest. Let's see how well they have improved the game over the previous versions. Okay. I'm a little dehydrated today, so I'll be drinking a lot. So, forgive me for that. Okay, so, new version of the game. Let's see how it works. Basically, all I've done is just come in and opened it up and turned off the music. Okay, so welcome to the playtest. You're about to play the first test version of the game. This design is to showcase selection of core mechanics we're currently developing. Please note this is not a full game experience. What you're playing is focused slice intended to give you an early look at how the game works. We are primarily looking for your feedback on ship dismantling process, feel, and functionality of the tools. Input will help us refine the core game systems as development continues. And I can't click on the button, so I have to hit spacebar. Yeah, so be careful in the pass, Victus. Be careful in the pass. In this playtest, you'll dismantle your first ship, the same one used as the in-game tutorial. Hey, Darlene. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. You'll be getting 3 core tools: the hammer, the saw, and the torch. Each tool gives you freedom. Hit, cut, and splice or split elements wherever possible. You'll also have access to the truck for transporting crates and a warehouse to store the materials you collect. In the next slides, we'll show you how to use each tool. Okay. We'll just do this. Use the radio menu or quick access key to equip the hammer. The hammer is used to break floors, walls, destructible props. Each of these elements has its own HP, and every hit deals damage to it. You can strike anywhere on the surface by hitting sweet spots, deals increased damage. Once an element is destroyed, convert it into resources. G to open the wheel, or middle mouse button, 2 for quick access. Okay. How are you doing today, Darlene? And Mayhem, how are you doing today? And Jamie, too. How are you doing today? Use the radio menu. Saws used to cut lighter structures, such as pipes, cables, and railings. These elements can be cut freely in any place along the surface. When aiming at a valid element, a yellow preview shows where the cutting can begin. Saw be used to cut yellow cut points, connections, points between elements, such as hinges or mounting parts. Okay. And then the torch, used for cut structural elements, detach heavy parts from the ship, etc., etc. It's just like the original game. Okie dokie. Crates, truck, and warehouse. Pick stuff up in a crate, throw it in the truck, take it to the warehouse. Pretty much same as previous. The basics: start dismantling the ship and experiment with different tools. When you finish up, there'll be a survey. Okie dokie. So, out at the doctor from the doctor's appointment yesterday. Oh no, Darlene. And Ludi! Welcome in, the most beautiful and amazing moderator a person could ever ask to have. Miss Ludi McScooty. Who, if you didn't catch it last night, had a fun time at the high school in Phasmophobia last night. So... okay, well, looks like we got us some fish. Crates of fish. Okay, well, first off, let's see, can we still eat the crate? Yes, we can. Okay, what's our work area look like? Okay, so we still have a crane above us. I mean, it looks better than the one in Ship Graveyard 2. Oop, somebody's car's under a tarp. Somebody's got a car. Stuff here. Okay, do we have legs? We do not have legs, we just have feet. Truck down here. Can we walk past the cones? We can. Can we walk in the water? We can't. So we still can't get our feet wet. Okay. I see a line going across there. What's that from? Must be that crane. Oh, yeah, I can see it barely. There's a line coming off the crane. Okay. Okay. Oh. Go there. That is not a safe load. I would definitely like for someone to explain to me how exactly you can secure that load to the deck safely. Because that is not a safe way. What kind of trucks do we use? That is a knockoff Scania. That definitely knockoff Scania. Yeah. Okay, maybe not fun, but... Yep, another knockoff Scania. That's definitely a knockoff Caterpillar. Not a Caterpillar. I mean, from this angle it looks like a Caterpillar, but... Never seen a Caterpillar with that style cab. So it's like half a Caterpillar. Can we get on top of the curtains? We can get on top of the curtains. Okay, can we climb the pile? Yes, we can. Can we climb the machine? No. How far can we go this way? Yep, the devs definitely like their skins. That label is on backwards. That label is not. Texture looks a little wonky. Another truck with a poorly loaded load. Yeah. I would really love for the devs to explain to me how they expect to secure that load. Yeah, it is. It's a mirrored model. You're right on that one, Mayhem. Okay, can we jump on the pipes? No. Excuse me, sorry. But I had to sneeze. Okay, what do we got here? We got a rusted out car. Yeah, very carefully and without OSHA, yeah. Thank you, Ludi. Warning, no unauthorized entry. Well, now I want to go. Darn you, K-Rails. You just can never get past the K-Rails in the games. Interesting. What's over this way? Ah, this is probably the warehouse. Hey, Johnny! Little disconcerted about the sparking wires overhead. Damn you, trash bins. Can't even climb the trash bins. Yeah, no kidding. Pretty sure that's all a violation right up there. What's this say? The Daily News. And it's got Shrek on the front cover. Funny thing, I've never seen a Shrek movie. Kind of disconcerting, the sparking palette. Okay. What's out here? We got trash bin. Oh, God. That's just no show violation. Just Jesus. Considering half those valves don't even have the safety thing around them. I think we'll just walk away that before that whole stack of torpedoes goes off. Let's see. I've seen that pizza box in another game. So that's definitely, if this is a Unity game, that's definitely a Unity asset. Because I've seen that in a different game. Okay. Let's climb the horribly stacked stack of skids. Okay, now I can jump up here. Can I get on the roof? Can I get on the roof? Can I jump the fence? Can't jump the fence. Okay, can't go back there. Warning, no unauthorized entry. Ha! I crossed your K-rail. I'm entered unauthorized. What you gonna do about it? Haha! I'm on top of your shipping container. Dear God, look at all the black mold on the side of that building. We'll just call that the death building for right now, because that's a lot of mold. I don't think I even want to go near that mold. That is a Volvo. I recognize that. I recognize that truck. That's a Volvo. Oop. Is there stuff inside? Doesn't look like there's anything inside. Okay. God, that building scares me. The sheer amount of black mold on that thing. Oh. Why? I don't even want to know. But bigger question is, can we climb it? We can climb it to a point. Can't get on top of it though. Very top. Okay. Now, I see the building with an open door over here. Can I go in that? What's the excuse me of what, Ludi? The Death Building or the Volvo? um, Figure it's a Ford. I mean, it's a Ford as a Ford should be, on blocks. And music is at 0. I just like the fact that the person left the lights on. Ooh, look at that horrible texture back there on the wall. Wow. Okay. I know it's a gameplay test, but I'm going to be critical. You have to realize that people like me are going to be wandering all over this map. Nope, can't hop the barbed wire fence. Wait. Oh, for a second there, I thought that was Cool Ranch Doritos. Okay. That almost looks like a Starbucks Christmas coffee cup right there. I think that's Funyuns. Which I absolutely hate Funyuns, for the record. Okay. Hey, Emilio, how's it going? Yeah, I think that's a Starbucks Christmas coffee cup right there. Definitely looks like it could be. Oh, we got an open door. Well, I mean, I'll give them credit. At least they use conduit. Oh, can I? No. 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 Okay. I mean, probably worth it to steal the copper out of there. Teacups, coffee mugs. Everybody puts a bench vice in their kitchen counter, right? Of course, my question is, why do you have the bench vice sitting like that? The only reason you would install a bench vice like that in that position or that direction is because you hate the people that are around you. So you guys are still stuck on the Ford. Ew. I think that sink is going to kill you faster than that building up the road did. B. Ugh. Okay, if this is the break room. Okay. Anybody notice anything odd about the clock? Free cup of tea out of the death sink over there for the first person who points out what is wrong with that clock. Ludi sees it. Yep. That texture was never applied correctly. And I think Mayhem it's actually 1227, not 1222. Oh. Yeah. Holy cow, look at that, we got a fire extinguisher. Okay, can we tell what type it is? Can we tell what type it is? It's a carbon dioxide one. Okay. Not the most effective one for the types of fires you would have in this kind of an environment. Oh, old CRT TV with the knobs. Oh my god. Put your hand up in chat if you remember having a TV like this with the knobs. Oh, man. I guess we never use our locker. Well, given the fact that you're probably going to see chemical fires more than anything in this environment, I don't think you'd want to be using CO2 because that's just going to push it. Hey, Julianne. Hey, Captain. How's it going? Yep, same here, Johnny. I used to be the remote control for this TV, too. Yep. I wonder if Death Star is supposed to be Drano. Year 2000 countdown for TN Lives Wipeout. Okay. Don't recognize the game we're playing on the laptop. Okay, here's what's going to determine if we're allowed to buy this game or not. Is there pepperoni, or is there pineapple on that pizza? I see onions, I see cheese, but no pineapple. Okay. Desert Storm. Johnny, it's your magazine. Oh, 3.5 floppies, cassette tape, some CDs. Come on, where's the AOL coaster? Where's the AOL coaster? Oh, I remember the Y2K panic. Yeah. Okay, let's look through the trash over here. Yeah, again, Christmas Starbucks coffee cups. Canned tomatoes. Okay, yeah, still trying to remember what game I've seen that pizza box in before. Porta potties seem kind of short. Can't open the porta potties. What's back here? Not major. Another trash bin. No recyclables, hazardous materials. There's a lot of recyclables in there. Don't tell the garbage guy. Okay, what else we got around here? Oh, we got more cars. Except those cars have no wheels. And they do seem to be floating. Yep. Definitely no wheels, and the cars are floating. Oh, that one's got a wheel. There we go. That one's got a wheel. Three out of four, or 1 out of 4 ain't bad. This one, I'm gonna say that one has no wheels at all. Okay. Oh, what's over here in the middle? I haven't actually looked at the middle yet. What do we got? Oh, some tires. Maybe we could put some tires on that one car over there. Looks like concrete rubble. I'm just going to tell myself somebody put a bag of flour and some tannerite right here. Yeah. I don't think that graffiti fits. Oh. Another Volvo. With nothing in the back. Got some steel beams. Can't get on the roof. I can get on the roof. Okay, roof solid. Really? They couldn't even move the truck out of the way to put the chain through, so they just put the chain through the truck. Okay. Why not? Still no signs of pineapple on a pizza, so... Okay, let's try something. So we can hit it. Okay, so you can't go laterally. You can only go up and down. And yeet. There we go. That's having. Okay. What is going on here? Oh, I'm getting stuck on that. Okay. Now I see what's going on. Gotcha. Like, why can't I get in there? Ah, we have a torch. Can't pick up the wrench. Yeah, just a little, yeah, I'm with you on that, Julianne. Yeah, Hitbox is a little wonky. There's a few things that are a little wonky so far. Fine. I'll leave the smoking can behind. So weird. And eat. Okay, let's see how it does for breaking stuff. Okay. Let's see. What do I got to cut that up some more? Definitely looks like you have to chop this stuff up. Okay, and again, I'm hitting the buttons. Why? There we go. Something a little wonky on that front, that's for sure. Good enough. Let's see. How many crates does it take to start slowing the game down? There we go. It's got a very sensitive hitbox, that's for sure. Yeah, you have a good one, Johnny. Ooh, jeez, it did not like that. Whoa, jeez. Hey Lilith, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're having a good one. Okay, well, I mean, we cut the ship in junk. That wasn't too bad. Nah, you're okay. Weird. Now it thinks it's still there. Welcome back, Flutie. Can't choose tool again. Cannot change my tools. Turn the flashlight on and off. Well, that's a bit of a conundrum. Hey, Kristen, how's it going? Let's just try maybe cutting this. Okay, there we go. Okay. Eat. Huh. Huh. Well, we're an hour in and I think I broke the game. Huh. Well, that's a bit of a conundrum. Yes, the word of the day is conundrum. Let's cut all the way through. Ah, there we go. And again. Can't walk through. Okay, that one worked. Methinks there are quite a few bugs still in this demo. That one worked. That one worked. Man, don't get technical. Yes, and you're right, Ludi. Many bugs. Many, many bugs. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of bugs in this demo. A lot of bugs. surprised they let it out the gate with this much. Oof. Definitely was not ready for release. Let's put it that way. Jeebus. Wow. Wow. Let me guess, you're leaning on the invisible piece of metal. Don't care. Yeah, but that's some pretty big bugs. Yeah. The, Yeah. Hey, Dead Pages, doing good, doing good. How about yourself? Yeah. Okay. Oh no, what happened to the dead pages? He didn't even type a link. Added Ludi. Said, yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Sorry, my YouTube is having issues, so I may be a bit behind until I'm on the computer again. There was no link in there. Streamlabs. Fix your shit. Sorry about that, dead pages. Not intentional. You did, as far as I can see, absolutely nothing wrong. I don't know what it thinks was a link. Yeah, give me a second. Let me pull up Streamlabs. Nah, that one was Streamlabs. It, for whatever reason, it thinks something you typed was a link, and I don't know what it thinks it was. There. We'll see if that works. Now we just need Mars Rogue Rabbit to pop into chat. Hey, El Pappy. Yeah, I don't know, Dead Pages. I'm not 100% certain what it got upset with, because it doesn't actually tell me. I wish it would flag and say, this is what I didn't like. Yes, how are you doing, El Pappy? almost. Pick up a big ass crate, but I can't pick up a bundle of wires. Interesting. Those wires up, I can't pick other wires up. Interesting. Still got hidden metal. Yep. Yep. Still broken. What the? Getting a wee bit wonky. Things are getting a wee bit wonky. Interesting. Can't step over a sack. Maybe if I wasn't Lieutenant Dan, I had some legs, I could step over the sack. There we go. Okay. Apparently sacks are too hard to step over. Interesting. Still can't pick up the bundles of wires. Well, in the first game, it was collect resources. I guess I'll just take my truck back and sell them to complete goals. In the second game, God, that's loud. In the second game, you had to dismantle the ships, complete goals. Nope, that obviously wasn't it. Who'd have thought that would have been the sound? Okay. Oh, fine. We'll just zero that out. We'll zero that out. We'll zero that out. Maybe that'll turn off the truck sound. There we go. But it was, ships that got progressively larger, progressively harder, that kind of thing. Hey, Mars, welcome in. Welcome in. Hell. You. But the nice thing about the games when they're, not buggy, is it's a great way to just, like, kill a couple hours, de-stress. What the bloody frickin'... and just pass time. So, especially in multiplayer, because in multiplayer the game was a lot of fun. You drop half a ship on your buddy's head, that kind of stuff. It was fun. No. My fishing experience is a little different from most people. I generally tend to just go and sit in my store. Yeah. Not really fixing right now. Breaking. Breaking. Just remembered. Turn these all down. I'll leave the ambient volume off because that background noise can annoy me. Uh-huh. There we go. Now it picks it up. Hmm. Physics. I can pick up those wires, but I can't. No, there we go. Now I picked that one up. Why? I mean, where did that even come from? Jeez. What the? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I am going to take a short break for a few minutes. When I come back, I might see if... Oh, getting no wanders right, are we? Oh no! Let's just take my break. Okay, I'll stick around for a few minutes. And hello again, Kristen. And here comes Jessica and her the rest of the peeps. Can't pick up the cable, apparently. Apparently a 2-foot section of cable is too big. Jeez. But welcome in Jessica's Raiders. Wander's Raiders. No. Now it's just really getting glitchy. Right, yes. Thank you for the reminder, Rogue. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Mr. Teds. See you later, Rogue. Gonna lurk? Okay, you have a good lurk. And say hi to Grandma for all of us. Very much disappointed. Oh, wait. I forgot to check to see if that's... You get lost. No. Hmm. Disappointment. those cables, but I couldn't pick up the other cable that was shorter. Sure thing. Okay, now, as I was going to say just before Jessica raided me, I was planning to take my break, a short break. So I am going to do that. And, all honesty, I have absolutely no real ship-breaking music. Do I? No. I guess some rock music would probably work. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with this. And this. And that. Sure, that works. Okay, so I'm going to take a short break. Real short break. I'll be back in like 5-7 minutes. So you guys just enjoy the tunes, and I will be back in a few.
In the shadows of the aisles where the lost souls roam, Big Dave stands vigilant, never alone. With a bat in his hands, forged from a broken heart, he's the guardian of the night, tearing the dark apart. Lonely nights spent chasing dreams that fade. Love's a distant whisper, a cruel masquerade. Anger brews inside like a storm in his chest. The weight of the world, it never lets him rest. But when he swings that stick, he channels his rage. In the chaos of his life, he finds the stage. Big Dave and his big sticky enforcer of the night, guarding against the thieves who steal away the light. From grocery store bandits to brokering green, he'll chase you through the shadows like a vengeful machine. With every crack of wood he strikes fear in hearts. Big Dave's on your trail, he knows all the parts. patience in his eyes, a lone wolf on the hunt under the blackened skies. Big Dave and his big sticky enforcer of the night, guarding against the thieves who steal away the light. From grocery store bandits to brokering green, he'll chase you through the shadows like a vengeful machine. With every crack of wood he strikes fear in hearts. Big Dave's on your trail, he knows all the parts. The echoes of his wrath dance in the dark. He's a storm unleashed, a relentless spark. Lost love lingers like a haunting refrain, but with every swing he takes, he drowns out the pain. A titan of the twilight, a sentry of the night. When you face Big Dave, better prepare for a fight. Big Dave and his big stick, the enforcer of the night, guarding against the thieves who steal away the light. From grocery store bandits to brokering green, he'll chase you through the shadows like a vengeful machine. With every crack of wood he strikes fear in hearts. Big Dave's on your trail, he knows all the parts. So if you're feeling brave and think you can take a piece of what's his, make no mistake, for Big Dave won't falter. He'll always be there with his big stick in hand, guarding what's fair. In a world full of shadows, he's the light that survives. Big Dave and his big stick, keeping hope alive. Big Dave and his big stick, the enforcer of the night, guarding against the thieves who steal away the light. From grocery store bandits to brokering green, he'll chase you through the shadows like a vengeful machine. With every crack of wood he strikes fear in hearts. Big Dave's on your trail, he knows all the parts.
Beneath a pewter dawn, he carves a quiet path. One blade, one breath against the glass of waking seas. Oars murmur hymns of timber, salt and iron will. And Big Dave answers with a heartbeat like a drum of war. Silvered water mirror to the world's last light. He slips his craft through lullabies of tide and time. Whispers curl from kelp and reef, not all who wander cry for home. But Big Dave, bold and blunt, laughs into the quiet foam. He is the notch in the horizon spine, the lone chord struck, paddle a hammer, resolve a cathedral, unyielding, unstuck. Clouds gather like council, blackened banners unfurl. The anvil sky prepares to ring the bell of mortal worlds. Stormforged, thunderclad and lightning bliss, Big Dave rides the hammer of the tempest chest. Gale lords howl, the heavens fracture wide into the maw of thunder. He rose into the storm, he rides. First crack, a silver storm an oracle with eyes of flint and coal. It reads his marrow, plucks the seam of his soul. Maelstrom all swallow the petty shoreline for a many drifts through ripping skies where stars are torn again. Baptized in the bruised choir of thunder and screaming rain. Big Dave becomes a name called into the iron veins. Right beneath the crown of foam, a cavern opens wide. A world beneath the roiling mask where old sea spirits hide. Leviathan hymns, barnacle and slow salute is passing keel. Time kneels, waters part reveal what mortal eyes must feel. He meets the storm's heart, a furnace made of ocean and of bone. Therein a glimpse of dawn, untethered, raw, unknown. In that furnace memory bends, he remembers all he twice had lost. And from the furnace rise, there is a man remade at any cost. Storm force, thunderclad and lightning bliss. Big Dave rides the hammer of the tempest chest. Gale lords howl, the heavens fracture wide into the maw of thunder. He rose into the storm, he rides. Strings scream like torn sails, brass like bells in ruins. Guitars rend the sky, voices of 1,000 ruined moons. When the sky exhales, the sea lays down its crown. He surfaces, salt-scarred, grinning with the horizon bowed. No longer merely man, but song and storm entwined. Big Dave, the oared pilgrim, leaves the old world behind. Legends will whisper in harbor bars and drowned out docks of a kayaker who bargained with thunder and kept the shocks. They'll tell the night the heavens cracked and let him pass, and how the world thereafter tasted of iron and vein. Storm force, he is thunder's oath, lightning seed. Big Dave heeded the howl, answered the beat. Gay lords bow, the cosmos marks his stride. He did not flee the storm, he learned to be the Listen when the night wind speaks in tongues of salt and proof. You'll hear his paddle echo, carving truth into the roof.
And I am back, and there she is. Hello, Jessica. How'd your experience go with the demo? Biggest thing I've run into is the, I don't know if you ran into this, but I can't take these out because I glitched the game. It still thinks there's a piece of steel here. But, I mean, so far, it's not bad. It's good. Needs a bit more polish, that's for sure, but they have a good start. Well, I'll leave it at that. They have a good start. Other one I ran into is I kept getting to the point where I was stuck having my torch out. I couldn't put the torch away. Don't know if you ran into that or not, but... see what I need. Just around 13 tons in the truck. What the? I've run into quite a few bugs, but you know, I do understand it's pre-alpha. But my favorite bug is I'll show you in just a second, Jessica. Is over here. Get rid of that. Nothing there, but it still thinks there's something there. And there. So, but outside that, like, it's not bad. And I get what they're trying to do. Yeah, but But I do like the chopping up mechanics. Like, this is a lot better than in the previous games, you know, basically whacking bolts. But I am curious to see what their long-term plans are. That's for sure. Yeah, I've had a few issues with things, but overall it hasn't been too bad. Definitely, you know, things like this. I can't. It's saying it's pick upable, but it's not. So. That piece is now, I think, officially glitched out. So, yeah, I've been running into a lot of that where stuff you just can't cut things up anymore, even though it's saying it has to be cut up. So I kind of gave up on chopping up the hull or the keel and all that stuff, but and then, of course, there's that where stuff just disappears and then reappears. But I mean, it definitely is running smoother than the other games have been for me, so I will say that's a nice thing. Some of the weird movements are definitely odd at times. Yeah, there is a bit of lag in picking things up, but I know with like Ship Graveyard 2, I can't even play it anymore. I have such bad lag in it now that it's just unplayable to me. Which is unfortunate because I really did enjoy it, and I never got through all the ships. So. And then things like this, like that pipe's glitched into the ground, so it's... Okay, I did cut it low enough down that it was able to come out, but I've come across that a couple times, is that, you know, you lose stuff because it's just not there. Yeah, the co-op, yeah, jeez. The co-op for me broke in Ship Graveyard 2 broke a long time ago, but I finally got to the point where even the single player is now no longer playable, so... And, like, I don't know why they need me to cut that up, because it's smaller than some of the other pieces of wire. Like, this piece of wire is bigger than that piece of wire, and I can pick it up. Oh, nope, not that one. There's been some. No, they're saying no. So it's like, why'd I have to cut this up? Okay, let's go empty this. Ooh, lag, lag. Sound glitch. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. I wasn't planning on going too much longer, Lord Cat, so it's okay. But, yeah. But, I mean, that's the playtest. It's definitely got potential. At the end of the day, I hope I hope they continue developing it. Biggest thing is, I really hope, as Jessica said, from Ship Graveyard 2, they fix the co-op. That they actually get the co-op working right. Because in Ship Graveyard 2, you would, collapse a chunk of the ship, and one of the other people in the co-op would still see all the parts in the air, and then they would just fall through the floor because the parts actually weren't there. Other experiences we had in the co-op was just severe lag, routinely. And then in single player, I know my game has gotten to the point that it lags so bad it's unplayable. Yeah, I like the freeform tools. The bashing of bolts was always annoying in the previous game, so I do like that. Yeah, in number 2, I had to even try playing single player, I had to set it to lowest settings on everything. And still, I get lag every 5-10 seconds, which makes it unplayable for me. So, yeah, I'm with you, Jessica. It's very sad that happened. I think they needed to spend a bit more time optimizing that game before they walked away from it. But this one definitely seems to be more cut it up the way you want to cut it up, which I like. I kind of wish they would have given us a full hull so we could have seen more. Didn't have to be a big boat, could have just been a small boat. But just to see more of how, the chopping up of a boat was going to work. But yeah, and no recycling. Yeah, I always skip the recycling mini game in the second one because that got too annoying real fast. Especially if you're a person like me that'll chop up half of a nuclear submarine and stuff it all in the truck. Yeah, seeing the crane would have been nice. Seeing a few other things would have been nice, but I do hope that they, give us. I hope they give us the variety of ships that they had in the second one. I think you'll agree with me, Jessica, that this, Ship Graveyard 2 really did have a good selection of ships, from small to big to massive. They had a really good selection of ships. And some of them had really good challenges, like the nuclear submarine, having to deal with all the radiation meant you had to be very tactical at how you took it apart. Some of the other ones were really good. I think the one that I was working on the last time I played was the Titanic one. And, I think I got maybe a third of the way through it before I just walked away from the game because I couldn't stand the lag anymore. Yeah, I think I had one ship left unstarted in 2, and 2 that were incomplete because I just never got to that. Was never able to complete them because the lag got too bad. Yeah, it basically looked like the Titanic. I'll try and show you one night, Ludi. One day when we're in voice chat, I'll fire the game up and I'll show you the big ships. Oh yeah, the crane, the magnet. When they added the magnet, that was the greatest thing they ever did. I would never have done the massive ships in 2 without the magnet. No. And even things like when they added the steam. Like, then it was another thing. Like, you had to worry about the power, making sure all the power was off, and then disabling the steam and disabling the gas, and, you know, those kind of things. They were fun. So I hope, you know, that mechanic is still in this game when it comes out, because it was fun. Yeah. Yeah, you know, have that mixture of, you know, commercial, military, and cruise ships. Oh, it would be so much fun. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. The puzzling aspects of the bigger ships was great. Yep. Actual fact, you know what? Here, give me a second, folks. I will. Let me see if I still have it installed. Do I still have it installed? Actually, I do still have it installed. Okay. We are gonna. Okay, so I'll click this, so it'll probably bring up the survey. Yep, okay. And then I'm gonna click quit. So first I'm gonna do this. Give me 1 second, folks. We're gonna change games real quick. I'm going to minimize their survey. I will fill that out after the stream. And let's fire this one up. And I got to make some changes to some settings real quick. Yeah, same thing, Jessica. Like they really put thought as they developed the game. They really were actually putting thought into the game, which I really did like. Let's drop it down to the resolution I stream at. Okay. And come back here. And then I'll come back here. And we'll select this. Select this. Otherwise you guys won't hear the sounds. There we go. Okay, so just to give you an idea. What am I working on? I haven't played this in a long time, so. Yes, it was. But it also, yeah, you're right. It was a rhythm to zone out to. For me, when I was playing single player, I would put some music on, just crank the music up, and just go at it. It was really nice for that. Fingers crossed, it actually loads the ship. See, this was one of the biggest complaints I had with this one, is it reloads the entire ship, even if you've disassembled and recycled half of it. So, Yeah. Because before I became a streamer, this was my go-to game after a rough day at work. I would, come home, have dinner, pull this game up, and just break a ship up for a few hours, and it would just be so relaxing. And here's where my frames are probably going to tank, and I do apologize if they are. Yeah, my frames are tanking. Yep, there we go. Okay. So what am I working on? I'm working on the fishing boat. But, like, you can see the lag. Like, as I'm walking around, you can actually see the lag. And it gets worse. Let's... Apparently there used to be. You know what? Not anymore for me, but... Okay, let's see if I can get up top. Like I said, I apologize everybody for the lag. I'm just doing this to... yeah. Huh. Come on. There we go. Let's go this way. Pick that up. Yes, like this is all machinery you had to cut out of the boat. You detach it. You have to remove everything above it. And they actually got quite detailed in the ships. Like you have... your machinery and supply rooms. This is some sort of control room. Looks like a hold as well. Lots of stuff in here to remove. I need to find a way up. Oh, that's way down. And then to chop the hull up, you have to weld these points, and there's these weld points at all the... on each deck. Machinery room. I just need to find a way up. I'm not seeing any hatches. They're going up. Oh yeah, here's the... they have the bathrooms in here. They actually put the sinks in. Oh, Nope, this must just been a change room. So you got the sinks, you got lockers. Oh yeah, there's the showers. Your toilets, yep, toilets, showers. Let's see, is there any... Need to find a way up. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll go this way. Then I'll turn my hook over there. Here we go. Now we're on the top deck. So yes, this was a much bigger ship at one point. Had a lot more stuff on the deck. I think last time I was playing, I started deconstructing the tower. But yeah, so to break apart the ship, so where in that one you just whack it with a hammer, here you have to actually break the bolts. Then you whack it with your hammer again, then you pick it up, and then there's another layer of hull beneath it. To just do the same thing again. And then whack it. And boom. Hey, we were just in that room. Okay, could have gotten up from there. But yeah, that was that ship. You take fall damage. Yeah, the ship used to come all the way up to here. This was where the ship used to come up to, and then I've cut all that section out. Up to this point. Now I'm gonna click stuck. That'll take me back to my little abode. So yeah, so you can have this is the ship I currently have, Richi Kali, which is a bulk carrier. That's what it was. It was a bulk carrier. But that's your first ship. Then you get some partial ships. And then what was the first full ship you got? This one here, the Mariner. A small, basically a medium container ship. I kind of went both ways, Lord Cat. I kind of went down and back or down and forward. You know, it just depended upon the mood I was in that day. If I wanted to break a ship apart, you know, rip some hull apart, then I would do that. So then we had bulk carriers. And then we had a small warships. The warships were actually kind of fun. Because you had basically what was a corvette, all the way up to a destroyer, and the Fuso, part of a battleship. Then we got the these ones, bulk carrier ships. Then we got the Icebreaker. That was a fun one to break apart. I remember that one. Contrabando. I don't remember this one. Oh, the I-40 or I-400. That was a World War II sub. The Kursk. Oh, the Kursk was a horrible one to break up. So was the Ohio class. Then there's the U-boat. Never did this one. Yeah, then there was the MVJ and Sonus. Pasture Liner. The Blue Dream. Symbol of the Ocean. Then there's the Solace, hospital ship. The Zeppelin, which was Germany's World War II aircraft carrier, never completed. And then the Titan. So this was the Titanic. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll scrap that one. And just for Ludi, I shall get the Titan, which was the Titanic. Yeah, so I actually was on the last ship. So, yes, this is I never finished the Ricci Kali, I never finished the Titan, and I never finished the Graf Zeppelin. And those two. I never finished those two. Or the U-boat, because that's actually a relatively new one. So, Kursk, never finished it. There was a number of them that just got to the point where I couldn't do them anymore. But this is for you, Ludi. Yeah, I think that's why I gave up on the Zeppelin, because it was a pain. And I remember when I did the Fuso, I didn't have the magnet then. I don't think it was added to the game at that point. And I remember that one took forever. And it wasn't even the whole Fuso. It was only half the Fuso. Japanese World War II battleship, for those that don't know what the Fuso is. It was a battleship in World War II that Japan had, and I remember you'd empty a section out, get all the equipment out that you needed to, collapse it in, and then you just spend 3 hours picking up all the parts. And it was the same with the subs, because the subs, until you got to a certain point, you couldn't actually open the hull up. So I was always just going to the front of the boat, and I think it was the bow, yeah. On the Kursk, it was the bow, and I think on the Iowa, the Ohio class, it was the stern. And I was just packing the stern full of the crates, in those things until I was able to open the hull up. On whichever one of them had the nuclear missiles. Oh, that was the biggest. It took me forever to figure that one out. It's loading. pretty quick, so that's good. Okay, let's see how bad it is. Oh, it's not good. Chip, yep. I mean, you can sort of see it partially over there. Oh god, lag. But they call it the Titan, but you can tell exactly, especially with that opening right there, what ship they were copying. And this is just front half of the boat. Yep, you can go all the way up to the bow. Only problem is you can't get up there to do the, the Titanic scene. But yeah, let's see if I can get up top somewhere. Let's get up here. Ooh, God, lag. Even got the lifeboats. See if I can throw this right to get up on top of the stack. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we're on top of the stack. But yeah, and then you have to take this thing apart piece by piece by piece. All the way down. That's a long drop. But yeah. But this was the original, or the second one. The original game was way worse. Way worse. It only had a couple things in it. But yeah. If I remember correctly, it only had like 5 ships on it. So yeah, that was. Like I said, this was a fun ship, except for, like I said, the lag. They never got to a point where the game was properly optimized. And where are we? We're in some sort of saloon room now. But yeah, this was the original game, or this. Well, sorry, not the original game. This was the previous game, Ludi. This was the one I have played on before. And there's a steam line somewhere nearby. So yeah, that's that. And literally, you have to pick up every single table, every single chair. You know, all this stuff's got to be picked up. But yeah, that was the second one. So there you go, Lodi. I showed you the replica of the Titanic that they put in there. You're welcome, Lodi. Anytime. Anytime. Okay, so I'm going to go back to main menu before... No. Before this thing kills my computer. Even though it's not really using a lot of resources. Like, my CPU is only at 25%, but for whatever reason, it just does not play well anymore. So like, that's why I said hopefully they optimize it with the new one. And that lag doesn't come back. But otherwise, I'll just do this and turn that down. Just mute that for right now. Let's see if I can't find somewhere to send everybody. Give you guys someone else to go watch. Oh, what do we got? What do we have? You know what? Let's go raid Catman. We're gonna raid Catman today. Looks like he's playing Ultimate Janitor Simulator. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. So I'm gonna send you all over to Catman. Give him a Big Dave raid when you get there. And I'm going to call the stream here. We're about 3 hours in, so that's not too bad. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope you got to see a bit of what the new ship simulator is going to be like. And I definitely want to thank Jessica, of course, for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. my West Coast bestie. And I want to thank, of course, superstar moderator extraordinaire, the amazing and talented Ludi McScooty, who will be streaming Final Fantasy X, I believe, tomorrow night, Ludi, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you tune in to her for that tomorrow night. And I want to thank Kristen for being here, and Lilith, Lord Cat for coming over in the raid. Everybody else who's here, Darlene, Mayhem, Johnny's popped by, Dead Pages Gaming was here, Rogue Rabbit was here, that's about as far back as I can see, so if I missed you, I do greatly apologize. Jamie was here, that's right, Jamie was here, Victus was here. So thank you to everybody for coming by. Like I said, I'm going to send you over to Catman. You all have an amazing day. Make sure you give Catman a big thumbs up. If you're not subbed, give him a sub. And give him the hashtag Big Dave Raid. I know he'll appreciate it. Y'all have a great, great evening. And I'll be back tomorrow with something new.